Good evening, everyone. My name is John Albright, longtime friend of the family. I was asked to say a few words tonight. I actually got a call from George yesterday. He told me that he had some good news, some bad news, and naturally I asked for the good news first. He told me that a small business matter that two of us were involved in had come to fruition. The outcome was great. All good news. Then I reluctantly said, well, what's the bad news? He said, well, you're speaking to me. I told him that I was honored. It was a great privilege. And when we hung up and ended the call, I went straight to the medicine cabinet and looked for the Xanax. However, I'm here for our Tara. And if she can do what she does, dealing with the operations, the pain, the anxiety, and just enduring the daily grind of living with this affliction, I'm happy to be here this evening. I don't know how many of you know Tara on a personal level, but she has been a huge inspiration to me, my family, our friends. After they opened her skull for the last brain operation, that following evening I said to her, I hope you feel better soon. She looked at me, puzzled. She said, I feel fine. Tara has no idea how that strength is transferred to the people around her. Through this entire ordeal, her outlook has been, okay, now what do we have to do? What's the next step? Bring it on. No fussing. Tears, no feeling sorry for herself, just a wicked determination to do whatever's necessary to beat this thing. And all the time with a smile on her face. Her sense of humor, Dr. Schefter touched on, has been equally remarkable. I keep telling her she has to write a book so her incredible inspiration and courage can be shared with thousands of others. If you didn't see the scars or the bandages, you'd never know that she's fighting for her life. It's almost unfair that it's just us to get to witness her continued positive outlook. After her last brain surgery, there was a problem with one of the staples, and everyone was concerned about infection because in one of the previous surgeries, an infection started at the staple site. Our surgeon was reluctant to replace the staple because he was afraid it would hurt. Tara looked at Dr. O'Rourke and said, do I look like I came here for a massage and a facial? Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. My mom, who's in her late 80s, had an incident recently and was taken to the hospital. Everything turned out okay. But I got a text from Tara asking about my mom and wanting to know if she could bake her cookies. That was the second day after her brain surgery. Through this seemingly ominous time in her life, Tara has demonstrated a selflessness that any one of us in perfect health would be both envious of and hard-pressed to achieve. Her family, George, Debbie, Christy, Lauren, her twin, have had a very difficult time watching this all play out. I know the feeling of helplessness is overwhelming, but they are there for her 24/7 and continue to provide the love and support to help her battle this disease. Perhaps her most important friend in this ordeal that helps guide Tara through this arduous maze that is the treatment of cancer is Dr. Lynn Schefter, the leader of the Melanoma program at the Abramson Center. I've never met Dr. Schefter until this evening, but listening to all the conversations, I feel as if she's been a member of our extended family for some time. I don't know of any other doctor that brings their patients their favorite milkshake after surgery. We thank God that she's leading the team in Tara's fight against her cancer. Now, and most importantly, I'd like all of you to hear and feel some of the inspiration and courage that I've only just touched on and have been so blessed to experience. I'm proud and honored to introduce Tara.